Hey, what's up? Welcome to Bread Brothers. We're here again. We've set my boy Sammy here. Super exciting. We're going to talk about crypto again. Now, Sammy, everyone's talking about Cardano, how it's dead and it's not doing anything. What do you have to say?
And ADA is not dead. We know our boy Charles Hoskinson. He is dropping alpha every day. He's dropping updates on what ADA is doing, and nobody watches it. Nobody watches him. Nobody pays attention. I don't even watch him, but I know that he is good. And one day I got to get around to subscribing and keeping an eye on his channel. Yeah, people are calling ADA a shitcoin, a stablecoin, all sorts, and it's hard for the ADA gang, to sit back and see even Ethereum starting to pump. Even these coins like Terra Luna, Solana, they're all moving. There's a lot of development happening on those chains, and ADA promises a lot, and it takes time to deliver, and they try to perfect it. But I want to just remind people what is going on with ADA right now, and I'll share my screen.
All right, here we go. Let me allow you to share. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, awesome. You should see it now. So follow these guys called Cardano_daily. They post great updates, and you can see at the moment, most active chains last 24 hours. What's after Bitcoin? Second most active chain, right, is Cardano with 18.24 billion on-chain transaction volume. All right, in the past 24 hours, measured from the 15th of November, it is flying. Look how far back Polkadot is. Polkadot's still pretty in its infancy stage. It has to get its parachain set up. It has to get its native tokens all set up and their smart contracts all rolled out. It's still far behind. Luna, AVAX, Solana, they're not even in the top 20 yet. So the race is on in terms of developers, and you've got to keep an eye on where all the developers are going. Are they going to Solana? We know they're all in the Ethereum ecosystem. Yes. But where are they going to be going? So that's my next narrative to keep an eye on. Are they going to be, is Cardano going to attract developers in its network? We're seeing huge transaction volumes here. So something to pay attention to, keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's interesting because even from like the last episode, you've shown us on the charts how bullish Cardano can be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I guess we're just waiting for something to ignite the engine and start roaring with Cardano news.
Yeah. So let's take a change and give a general market update here, and we'll just go through a couple of things worth talking about. Ibby, I want to show you and our viewers something called Ecoinmetrics.com. So subscribe to this, or you could just visit every 2 days. These guys publish fantastic articles. You can catch them on Twitter as well. They've got a Twitter handle somewhere on their website. You can subscribe, and all of this is free, and this is really good alpha. So they released an update on November 15th. Let's go into it and just go through a couple of things here. Really interesting stuff to look into. So number one, Coinbase, their Q3 earnings report just got published, right? Revenue of 1.235 billion with a profit of 406 million, right? So Coinbase made a 32% profit margin. Remember, the NFT marketplace isn't even open on Coinbase yet, right? Their waitlist, the number of people on their waitlist for the NFT marketplace trumps Rarible and OpenSea combined. So these guys, if you're looking at stocks to buy, seriously look into Coinbase, because this is something new. We're going to see a lot of VC money going to these kind of guys. This is where the money is going to. Just look at Coinbase in terms of their quarterly returns. Look at it. When the bull run came in, boom, it went crazy. So great stuff to read in there. Good analysis of the review. You can see the monthly transaction by users. It's pulled back in Q3, but we're expecting this. It's basically gone up exponential. Look at Coinbase. Look at the stock of Coinbase following the price of Bitcoin perfectly. You got the NASDAQ and you got Bitcoin and Coinbase. So, if you want exposure to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the Coinbase stock on the NASDAQ might be worth adding to your portfolio.
If you have a stock portfolio, right?
Yeah. Since it was listed as well, you can see Mara, it's related to cryptocurrency, and Tesla. Since its direct listing, you can see how much gain these have had. And you've got Coinbase pretty much down here, still pretty small compared to the rest of it.
Wow, that's nothing. If you look at Mara,
still got a lot more.
Yeah, if you look at Mara and Coinbase, that's like, you're definitely not comparing apples and apples.
Yeah. So Ecoinmetrics, what do they say? So what should you do with that graph? So in their opinion, they say it's a buy. They have a solid financials. They have a huge market share. They are well positioned to expand from a regulatory perspective. Yeah, they try to work hand in hand with pretty much the SEC. They are capitalizing on their large user base to launch new products, upcoming NFT platforms. So that's going to be massive when they release that. So yeah, enough about Coinbase. Let's move on to a bit of Bitcoin stuff. This is what I love looking into. So have a look at this. Bitcoin accumulation trends. Who is buying right now, Ibby? Who is buying? I can tell you who is buying. Look at the heat map. We've got the fish in that red. We've got whales accumulating. We've got whales accumulating. When was the last time whales were accumulating? They were accumulating here before 2021, around Christmas time. What happened after that? We launched.
With a massive pump there.
Yeah. And then who bought the top? Mostly small fish. Whenever you see small fish coming back into the market and mostly buying, gotta get out. That's your signal, right? Warning shot fired. You gotta consider what the hell you want to do. But right now, we're going through a dip, right? Still, we're seeing whale accumulations. When whales buy, develops a floor, right? So we saw a mix of accumulation down here, but it's mostly whales still buying around this previous all-time high. This is strong. Previously, we had weakness at these levels, right? Now we're having strength. So it's worth paying attention to. I always love seeing that update by Ecoinmetrics. They do a fantastic job.
And how often do they update, Sammy? Like how often do they update
this particular on-chain stat with who's buying? Is it small fish or whales? Probably once a week, but their articles are every second day. It's worth going into and having a bit of a read.
Definitely, like if you're starting off new into the industry and you really want to deep dive and find these little gems, and I guess Sammy's just giving one right now.
Yeah. So let's switch over to Coinglass right now. So at the moment we've got Bitcoin on every month. So every box is the monthly return of Bitcoin since 2013. So we're in the month of November, and at the moment Bitcoin's return is 3.35%, right? Plan B is estimating a minimum of 98k Bitcoin, so we'll see how that goes. But we can see generally November is a good month where it's had solid performance, right? The whole Q3 is always a great time where Bitcoin has a solid performance.
Yes.
So what do you think?
So the whole thing that I'm, me looking at the charts, and I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin, coming towards, December. And I'm hoping that it does play out, that late November and early December. And then we're hoping for an alt season in January if it plays out, but it may not. We don't know.
Yeah, so have your plan and execute what is happening at the time. That's what I say. But I'm excited. We're pumped to see what happens in November, December. We're ready.
Because the other thing that we need to consider about Sammy is if Bitcoin pumps ridiculously, like all in one go, how people's probably saying, oh, what's happening with pumping, dumping. That's actually not a bad thing, because if it pumps ridiculously in one shot type of thing, then we're kind of entering the danger zone, and that will be probably another warning to say we may be coming to the end, guys. We may be coming to the end. Well, that's my take.
Yeah, let's look at it at a different angle. So this is CryptoQuant. Yep. This is premium. You got to pay to get some alerts and latest info, but you could just subscribe and get the free version, which gives you some good stuff to look at. So look at Bitcoin this is the amount of Bitcoin held on exchanges, right? What happened since we were down here at the low when we're at 30k Bitcoin and everyone's saying, oh, it's going to go to 20k, right? What happened there? Bitcoin on exchanges was at all-time high, and then Bitcoin was taken off exchanges. Like, look at it. It was like a frenzy. Bitcoin was taken off exchanges. Wow. Whales were pulling it out of exchanges, right? All of that downtrend. This is so bullish. And now you've got this, right? Where Bitcoin's down here, there's hardly any Bitcoin left. We're down here. And it's, even though we had this dump, Bitcoin is still trending lower. Bitcoin is still coming off on exchanges. This is screaming bullish. It's not, I wouldn't say buy now. We've got to see what's going on. But
yeah.
Macro, this bull run's not over. This is not what the top looks like. We're going to see a supply shock happen soon. So be ready.
And the supply shock, everyone's been talking about this supply shock. Are we going to be really depleted of the amount of Bitcoins out there? And then I think that's when we might see the ridiculous amount of, the price for Bitcoin itself. Can we see a $200,000 US Bitcoin? Who knows?
Yeah. The one thing that's got me pissed off at the market is leverage, right? So when leverage is at an all-time high, it generally causes a lot of volatility and a lot of shakeout. So you can see high there. We've got some high peaks there. Again here. Anyway, we've had a bit of a shakeout, but leverage is still way down too high, right? So this is combined longs and shorts. The price fell, but leverage is still high for my liking, way too high for my liking. I'd like to see that come lower. The trend has actually been in an uptrend since October. So let's just see how that plays out.
That's amazing.
And being on leverage, this is what I generally keep an eye on every day on coinglass.com/funding rates. This is what you want to look at. Pretty much when this is in the red, when it's at numbers like 0.07, 0.08, that is very high leverage in the market. Like I said before, this market is designed to take the most amount of money at the quickest time from the most amount of participants. It will do it when leverage is high. And when this is red, it means there are a lot of longs. And when if it's green, it means that there is a lot of shorts. What you want is black. Black is neutral. Black is a neutral market. It's probably safe to trade and it's good. But when this, leverage starts going high, so Binance and who are the biggest ones? So Bybit
in saying that, you reminded me of the Squid Games, green light, red light.
Yeah. So basically I look at these, right? I don't look at the rest of the market, but I just look at Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's leverage is at 0.06, 0.07, you really got to decide you need to start taking profits because leverage is through the roof. So at the moment, while it has reset, we're still not out of the woods because leverage in general, we're still very high. But at the moment, day to day, we've reset, the shakeout is reset, but there's still some leverage in the market. You can see Bybit, FTX, Gate.io, they're still high.
Sammy, so this is on a daily basis, the statistics get updated on when the daily closure of the candle, or how does it work?
This is very live. Look at this. You can drill this down to a 5-minute period if you want and see what the leverage is down to a 5-minute period.
Wow.
So I look at it once a day just to see what's going on.
Okay.
So what we had before is, whenever this is high, and high is around 0.05, 0.07, that's very high leverage. There could be a shakeout happening. So just be mindful if leverage is getting very high, just evaluate your decision. So that's pretty much it, Evie, for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Awesome. No, this was very useful tools. So this is using from a non-technical TA side of things. This is kind of using other metrics to kind of assess how Bitcoin charts are doing. So I found it very valuable. I hope that you guys found it very valuable too. It's good that you can share little alpha tips here and there with us, Sammy. We appreciate it. Guys, remember, this is not financial advice. Two friends just sitting together, just talking about the overall market. Please subscribe, follow us. Comment on below if you want Sammy to specifically talk about a certain coin or a metrics, or to explain a certain procedure or tool mechanism how to use. So he's happy to go through it. I'm sure he is. He's smiling. Thank you so much again, Sammy.
Oh, good. Thanks for your time, guys. Smash the like buttons and tell us what you want to see.
Awesome. See you later. Ciao.